I guess to everyone today I have plenty of people with me. I have all the band for the guys from Schizophrenia. So first of all, guys, how are you? We go separately and just introduce yourself one by one.
All right. Hi, everybody. This is Ricky. I'm bass player and voice for Schizophrenia.
Okay.
Hey everyone, I'm Lorenzo and I'm the drummer for Schizophrenia.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm Romeo. I'm the guitarist.
What's up, everyone? I'm Marty. I'm the guitarist from Schizophrenia.
Okay, so nice to meet you, all of you. So starting with the most common questions, since, like we were saying before, there are different nationality, but I won't go too straight to say how Schizophrenia born. So are you all to meet up together and this project, the band, born? Because it's pretty new. So.
Well, I'm Italian and I moved
Yeah.
to Belgium in 2013.
Oh, okay.
And I was looking for some people to put on a band together. And me and Romeo, we didn't know each other. We ended up playing in another project for a while, for live shows mainly. And eventually, then me and Romeo decided to do something different, something else. So we put up our own band that was Schizophrenia, like back in towards the end of 2016, and we got in touch with Lorenzo, which I knew from like common friend, and Marty, and well, it was.
So you released some years ago the first EP. And for the title I read, the sound is a really tough thrash metal, but with some that influences, if I'm not wrong. I just wanna, because the title, the lyrics are, there is some topic that you are really, can say you follow in the topic in the songs, and
Well,
especially
yeah.
especially how it evolves the first EP. So the composition, the mixing, because of course starting from zero, you have to do all you by yourself, I think, or you was already with the label.
Now, well, for what concerns the lyrics, well, lyrics are mainly based on the concept of madness, schizophrenia, and then touches other aspects like violence and stuff like that. And for the composition, Voices was composed in a different way because it was mainly Romeo. Like a lot of these songs were written before we had the band together, I guess. Like at least like the first drafts of the songs, then like they were arranged together with the band and everything. For the new album, it's been different. It's been more an all together job.
Yeah, when I joined in was late 2016 on drums. I guess the essential tracks of the Voices EP were already done. The structure was done. But to answer regarding like how we did it with a label or such, we released our first EP and for that matter our first album, which is going to be released in February, all independently, so without a label. We were fortunate enough to have advices from the correct people working with us. And in regards to the Voices EP, we were also very lucky to be working with the Project Zero studio from the guys from Carnation, because they really, like, we were kind of new to all this, and we trusted them, and they really did a great job. And so that's why we also worked with namely Jarne Helen, the bassist from Carnation, to
Yeah.
produce this next album as well. So it's a surrounding of
Great.
being lucky to have good people surrounding us.
Yeah,
and,
there is.
and
Yeah, there is a good scene.
being able to do all
Yeah.
that to alone. Yeah.
Yeah. So and how? I mean, now you are going to release the first album but two singles are already being released. So we will speak. You can say about these two first song release. So first is the cranial disintegration. My English is sometimes fucked up. So what about this song? What is the story behind this song?
Well, the music was written before the lyrics, and we thought that the riffs were crushing. So we were planning on recording like some
Yep.
demos of the newer songs we had, and I had to put some lyrics on it, and I've spent days thinking about like something, and then eventually I came up with this story, and that was like very natural for me, like to write the lyrics of this song. I thought it was a lot of fun to do. Actually, it was I wrote it in a couple of hours, and well, the story behind it is fairly simple, but it's about this crazy doctor butcher, that
Yeah,
makes experiments on people's brain,
people. Yeah.
and while people are alive, And I've
This
tried
is
to make it.
This is as well the song of the first video clip, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cranial disintegration. Yeah, and so I've tried to make it very gory, lyrics-wise, and quite violent, and I also tried to give it a catchy chorus and stuff like that, and make it as melodic as I could. Of course,
Yeah.
like with this kind of vocals, it's not always easy, but and yeah, so that's how also the video clip came up because like that was I mean it reflects the lyrics pretty much all the time.
So what about this recording the video clips when you was where it was recorded, shooted, and edited? Because of course, and I was the experience of the first video clip.
No, we did some other video clips
Okay.
for the EP for Voices. We had done video clips, but they were mostly performance video clips.
Okay, right, yeah.
So it was just the band playing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for this one, we thought it would be cool to add like also a story behind
Yeah.
it, which because with the lyrics, with the gory lyrics, could look cool, and then like, eventually it turned out to be the right choice, I guess, because the response we got was very much positive.
Yeah.
And yeah, we worked again with the right people, because we worked with Jens from Panda Production.
It's not Panda Production anymore, but
Okay, but he's called Jens Panda. Whatever. And he's really talented. He has a lot of ideas, and so we were happy to shoot the video clip with him. We did it in the studio.
That's great. And then there is the last single, Sea of Tomorrow. That's really
Sea of Sorrow.
Sea of Sorrow. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking Sea of Sorrow. So what about it's because people are reacting really good. I'm seeing on through the social media about this last single.
yeah, well, it's kind of the most brutal song we have.
Yeah, because that's what I'm that you basically are anticipating the next question, that I noticed there are a little bit of change of the sound in this song, especially in the last line, in the album. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we released Voices, our first EP,
Yeah.
I guess right from the start we already knew that for the next songs we would compose, we wanted to have something a bit more death metal, or
Okay.
at least a bit faster and a bit more aggressive.
Okay.
So when we started the composition process, this was just natural for us because we had maybe, I don't know, waited a year or something before really starting composing for this album after finishing recording the EP, and we all knew what we wanted, right? And so Romy and Marty, they came up with those riffs that were already more, darker in a way. And so when we laid the drums over them, or the vocals, or when we did arrangements, we were aiming for this right away. But also we were aiming, and I think Sea of Sorrow is a good example, for structures and music that was a bit more reflected. I don't know how you say that in English. A bit more thought of, We didn't want to use the same... Complex. We didn't want to use the same formula as voices, like intro, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, or stuff like that.
Like
we wanted to evolve and express a bit more dynamics, a bit more atmosphere.
Yeah.
And this is why I think Sea of Sorrow has kind of this, it's not prog, of course, but a bit more complex
technical
musicianship, or
also
complex structure.
Also step out a little bit of our comfort zone, I guess, and try something different, like take a risk on doing something different.
Oh yeah.
So it's something that we can expect from the album to see.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it changes
sound,
yeah.
Yeah, with the EP we were just like touching the surface, of like adding that death metal kind of vibe to it, but we always, wanted, we always wanted more, like we already said, it's like it was kind of natural for us to make it heavier. I don't know, it just comes natural, so yeah.
So basically, if you have to, of course, labeling, a band or it's something like we can say rating all. But if we have to say which Schizophrenia, it's more genre. You can say it's more close to the genre. It would be like thrash death, or just we leave to the fans to decide.
I think it's better to leave to whoever.
Yeah.
Because I know we saw some reviews mentioning black metal influences or stuff like that, which.
Okay.
Which for me was a bit strange to see. I can understand where they come from, but I didn't hear those influences. So I guess it's fun that everyone can hear what they want. And I like to think of our music as just extreme metal, and then whatever the one listening has in mind, or whatever we come up with, it's good.
Yeah, but about the I saw previously that you are going to touring with Evil Invaders, if I'm not wrong, right? There are these guys, they are friends of mine since a lot of years now, and it's a good tour. Sorry, I'm really angry, but basically it's a long tour. So what do you expect from this tour?
Well,
pure awesomeness, man.
First of all, that it actually happens.
I think it will.
Oh yeah.
Why not? At least 2 years without music, without gigs, especially.
No, but
yeah.
We released Voices in January 2020, and the first lockdowns started March 2020. So we basically had a month of touring opportunity and a month to represent our music or show it off. And so we expect and we hope with this tour next year that we'll be finally able to, show our music to the public and show it live, which we were frustrated not to be able to do. So personally, that's really what I hope for. It's that we just can show our music to the most people and just go there on stage and play it and show who we are,
There is some country that we are especially excited to go for.
Well, Germany is always fun. I mean, all the other countries we never played in, like I don't know, Eastern Europe. We have a bunch of shows like in Czech Republic. We did play Czech Republic actually this summer, but then there's Hungary, and
Yeah.
there's Poland. I'm personally excited to see a lot of friends in Italy because we have one show in Italy. So then there's Spain. I really don't know what to expect actually from a lot of countries. I just hope a lot of people are gonna show up.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
yeah, I think it will be a great experience after 2 years, especially being do without nothing. But at least in Belgium, something this summer happened. We had because I wasn't there as well. The Alcatraz, so at least something
Yeah.
moved there. Even in Holland, all the Europe was like frozen. And
Well, we did get some gig opportunity, yeah, since
Yeah,
we did
that's
play
good.
like Ricky mentioned the Obscene Czech Republic. We did play Obscene Extreme, and we had a couple gigs here and there. So we did have some shows, but
you
very
already
small.
played. Yeah, but of course, this one would be with the biggest, and from the first tour, I think with all the festival, you already have some offers to some from festival. There are some festival planning over there, or they will be just touring for 2022.
Now we
Well-
do have some festivals, but
Okay.
not a lot right now. But a lot still have to be confirmed or
Yeah, okay.
announced.
Yeah, okay.
We're in a quite strange position where we released our EP just too late to be booked. Our EP so in January 2020, just too late to be booked on the festivals in 2020. But then since COVID hit, all those festivals are postponed, and so major part of the billing is already done, right? So
Yeah.
there's not so much space for us to be featured on other festivals.
Yeah, because most of the band are being reconfirmed, but as well most of the band has been cancelled as well, because they maybe have
Let's see.
old albums, maybe they want new bands with new albums as well. This is what I saw
That's
from
what
the,
we
for the backstage.
that's what we
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
That's what we hope.
No, it's what is happening, especially in a festival like Summer Breeze. They are still waiting for band. So if you not try it, because they are still really looking for a lot of band in Summer Breeze. And now we start to question one by one. It's up to you the order to answer. If you have other side project apart Schizophrenia.
I guess I should answer this.
Lolo.
You're the only one, so
Okay, so it's just one month. Okay.
I do play in other bands, namely one other from Belgium called Butcher, and then I play for a death metal band in France called Skeletal, and I have other projects here and there, but yeah, all in the extreme metal. So to say.
Okay, so speaking about then extreme and general metal, so I'm going to ask you, before going into the details of the taste and influences, which are the main influences for each one of you?
Oh man,
Yeah,
there's a lot.
and there then it was even worse, so don't worry.
Maybe Marty can start.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a difficult question because I actually don't think I take that much influence from other death metal bands. I mean, I have a couple bands that I really love. Like for example, if I would have to say an influence, it's got to be Death has got to be my biggest
Okay.
influence and source of inspiration. Also, I really love the early Morbid Angel stuff. So, of course, that's a huge inspiration for me as well. But I always try to listen to a lot of different kinds of music and take elements of that I like and try to adapt it in a way to make it like applicable for the band, which I think is an interesting thing to do, and a thing that I like to do is take parts from other kinds of music that maybe don't have anything to do with death metal and try to work
Make
something
your
with
own,
that, you know?
Yeah, and make it on your own. Yeah. So the second one we will be Trump.
Romeo.
Well, for me, it's actually kind of the same. Like Marty, I mean, we listen to so much stuff. It's not only metal in general. Like I even listen to like some classical stuff, like classical composers and stuff, and try to, I don't know, incorporate that into writing. It's kind of the same like Marty. Yeah, it's not. We don't just have like we don't just have like two bands or or one band or like three bands, and then like take all the influence from those bands. Like we try to listen to as much as possible and draw inspiration from everything. It's more interesting, like otherwise it becomes boring.
Yeah, true. I think that's also what made the upcoming album a bit different is that me and Romeo kind of let go of how should I say, like ideas of like we pushed the boundaries for ourselves. Like I remember when we were working on the Voices EP, we had a very clear-cut idea of what it had to sound like and what it had to be like. But I noticed now when we were writing the album, we were more free thinking and not afraid to try things that we otherwise wouldn't try. So we actually like the stuff we're talking about now, like we actually applied it instead of just talking about it. I guess.
So then will be Ricky or Lorenzo will be the one to answer.
Lolo.
Right. Okay. Well, my main influences are, I think, early Creator for the 2-cap power. So just that drum beat, which is the most important metal drum beat in my opinion. Which is the I think called skank beat in America, but yeah, the thrash beat 2-cap. This is the major influence. But I also listen to a lot of hardcore punk, grindcore, and stuff like that, which is why I included a lot of actually D beats to the album, but they don't actually sound like a hardcore punk D beat. For instance, the chorus of Cranial Disintegration, it's a D beat on the drum. And I also included some rather fast double pedal parts or some fast blast beats, because I also come from this more intense death metal, the faster kind of death metal. So I tried to blend this in, and also I tried to make some interesting drum parts that, rather than being just a beat, this or that beat, to be something more evolved or dynamics, in the drum rolls and stuff like that. But the main influences for this album, for me, were all the more extreme kind of music, be it punk, grindcore, or death metal.
Okay, so we have just one left.
Yeah, well, for me, like as Romeo and Marty said, like I also listen to a lot of different stuff, but when it comes to singing, come up with like vocal lines and stuff like that, I do take a lot of inspiration from like Morbid Angel, Obituary, like John Tardy, Death as well, Creator, Slayer, like that always had and still has like a huge influence on me, So when it comes to that kind of stuff, those are probably like the biggest influences.
Now I don't want. Usually I always say to the musician that I'm interviewing to pick 5 albums, but since you are 4, I just suggest to pick one album that influenced you. I mean, it can be even an album that you listened when you were, I don't know, 5, 6. You just don't. We can say the album that mostly represented yourself, not just like being like specific, just yourself.
Raining Blood.
Okay, when it's go, it can't be the same answer. It can be the same answer, so unfortunately, someone has to change.
Poland.
Can it only be metal?
No. It can be even R&B. I don't know.
My, it's kind of strange, but my most influential album I listened to as a musician was Buena Vista Social Club. Why? Because it just opened me to a lot of other musics, and just to also think that we can do more with what we already
Yeah.
have. So, for instance, with metal, that we can always try to reach something else than what is already done.
Yeah. So, Romeo, what about you?
Oh man,
It's,
man, it's so hard these kind of questions.
Yeah.
But I'll have to go with Paranoid from Black Sabbath because
Okay,
that
the
just,
classic,
it started
yeah.
everything for me.
From there, yes, I agree.
just the moment I heard that, I was like, holy shit, man, this stuff is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
just delved into the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
And then it just got heavier. So yeah, that's it.
So, Mark, you're the last. What
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah, it's a hard question, but I think if I have to pick one, I guess my answer kind of ties in with Lorenzo's, because it's not a metal album. I think I would have to say "Erotic Cakes" by Guthrie Govan.
Okay.
He's like a fusion player, but just the way that he plays completely changed the way I think about music and the way like I approach
I
music and
approach
learning
music,
about
yeah.
music. Because he does things that I never thought were possible, and he blends in styles together in a way that is so incredible. So I think for me, it's got to be that one, because it completely changed the way that I saw music.
Yeah. So now we go just with the last one that is a little bit more tedious, because now you are the organizer of some festival. Okay, so you can choose the country when you want to settle the festival, and the bands you want to put on the festival. Could be even, I don't know, non-living band anymore. I mean, just completely, even from, I don't know, the last century, past century. So just go with your own order, take your time. Just
My personal answer will be very easy. If I were an organizer, I would do the Maryland Death Fest. That's it. That's my festival. Each band on there, each year, the location, everything. That's what I keep.
Perfect. Okay. So next one, I have to say, Ricky. Yes, in my order line. Ricky will. What about you?
It's hard, but I think I would go for like Scorpions as headliner, and then Thin Lizzy as direct support. UFO.
More classic rock, yeah.
Yeah. Gonna stay like this, I guess.
Okay. Would be like a concert more than a festival, like one night's concert.
Yeah, maybe like, but that's like the ultimate lineup that I would like to see.
Maybe you will leave open for like a jam session for everyone who came.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I would also like. I will also throw Ozzy Osbourne in there.
Okay.
As a co-headliner, you know. Like.
Which era from Ozzy Osbourne? Actual Ozzy Osbourne, or
No. This was supposed to be set like in I don't know, 82, something like that.
Okay. And the country, which will be.
Well, it could be Belgium, like that. I don't have to travel that much.
Okay. So you just open the door. It's in front of your house, so it's even better, maybe.
Well, I mean, there would be space for a nice festival right in front of here, so why not?
Okay, so what about you?
Me or Romeo?
You could say Romeo, but you can answer you as
Okay.
same.
Okay. Go for it.
I'll
Go for it,
go
Marty.
first then. I would have to say, yeah, Ricky, yours is good, man. Like Scorpions as headliner. I gotta second that. Then definitely 80s Queensryche. It's got to be on there. Death for sure. So that's 3 already, I guess. Let's see. Man, it is a tough question. Oh, maybe Forbidden. 80s Forbidden. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be sick.
That's a good pick, man.
Yeah. I'll go with those, yeah.
Okay, and the country, as you have some country.
Yeah,
you want to
Antwerp.
settle?
Then I can take my
Antwerp,
bike.
straight there. Okay.
Yeah.
Only one likes to travel. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are the last. So at least you want to travel or stay as well in Antwerp or in Belgium, whatever.
Well, I mean, well, yeah, if it would be in Antwerp, it would be really easy.
Okay.
No, I would go with old school Morbid Angel as
Okay.
headliner. Yeah, David Vincent on vocals. Then I would take. Damn it, man. Well, fuck it. Obituary and and definitely Devastation from Texas, man.
Texas.
Devastation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically we just go all through the tough question that sometimes seems to be easier, but they are not, because you have to think. You don't have time to think. Yeah, I know. So, and just before ending the interview, I just want to know, what do you expect from this early future about this new project? So what your, I don't want to say expectation, but what do you would like to happen?
Oh man.
Reach as many people as possible with the
Yeah.
new album, and finally being able to perform the new songs and some of the older ones as well, because we didn't really have the chance to play them for many people since
Yeah, since this.
yeah. So I mean, I would just love to play these songs live for a lot of people without anymore being held back by COVID. That would be just great, you know. And then like from there, see what are the opportunities.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard to reply to this answer without being, presumptuous or something like that. But I guess
sometimes it's
we're
good having ambition and be determined.
we're a hungry band, we want to make it all. Anything that's possible, we want to do it. We're determined to, of course, as soon as we can, to make this our daily job, our life, and we want to, everything we can do, we want to do it, play everywhere, we want to do it, perform, do this and that. We're all up for it, that's our aim. We want to reach everything that we can.
So
whatever it takes.
No.
Before ending, just like I was saying before, this friend of mine that is a really fan of you, and is the one that makes possible this interview. If you just want to say just a greetings, his name is Pepe. Pepe.
Ciao, Pepe.
Yeah, it's from a small and a beautiful country from Sicily. And thanks to him, and let me introduce to you. So next time I will be in Belgium, I have someone to call instead of living inside a room. It's not true.
Sure.
Okay, so thank you so much, Guy, and for sure we will see in some concert or in Belgium or wherever it's possible, and maybe have a physical interview without being several camera, but having a beer and talking.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So I wish you all
Sounds
the
good.
best for this new tour, upcoming tour. Maybe we'll see in Italy as well. I don't know. I would like to go and see you and guys from Evil Invader as well, because I'm friends with them as well. So thank you so much for your time, and I will let you know what the interview will be out and everything. And what can I say? Enjoy the rest of the day, and it was a really pleasure. So thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
guys.
Thank you for your time, and
Thank you.
thanks to Pepe.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
See
Bye.
ya.
Bye, bye,
Ciao.
bye.